live for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Finals, not playoffs. That's a nice little embarrassment right there for you, bud. Right at the start there. How fun, how fun. Oh, that's pretty good. That one's up to 1 to 18. Alright. Mute that. We are good. Chains up. Still inside. Never break the chains up. All right. Game 6. The cup is in the building tonight. Do we have lineups for tonight? Let's see what Daily Faceoff has to offer us here. Hockey fans, United States and Newfoundland. Kapanen is back in. Okay. Nuge, McDavid, Perry, Kane, Draisaitl, Kapanen, Skinner. Okay. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Kulak, Wallman, Klingberg. So not much has changed there. Alrighty. Hi there. Thank you for joining. Welcome to a Game 6 stream of the Stanley Cup Final. I will be doing a watch along for this if my stream is willing to cooperate with me. Seems like it will. All right, wonderful. There's something that I was wanting to pull up here. No, I don't remember. Oh boy. Just making sure. We are good. We are good there. All right, there we go. National anthem should be coming up shortly, and then we will be getting to boards puck drop here. Drop your score predictions down in the chat below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I think the Panthers are going to walk away with this cup tonight. Probably going to be, I'll say 6-3. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Definitely going to be a interesting game, though, to watch. Nope. There we go. Oilers have been here before, needing a win to drag the Florida Panthers back to Edmonton. And it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. That going. Come on, dude. Like, whatever. That's fine. I don't know. I mean, I'm programmed to take most stuff as an insult. I'm sorry if that's not how you meant for it to come off. That's just... sorry, that's not a you issue, that's a me issue. Unfortunately. But yeah, just getting ready here. Kasperi Kapanen and Corey Perry have both been elevated in the Edmonton lineup. Personally, my prediction for the game, I'm gonna say that the Panthers are gonna win it. But if Edmonton wins it, I'm gonna not be too shocked. For the Panthers, I'm gonna say it's gonna be 6-2, maybe 6-3. And then if the Oilers end up winning it, oh boy, it's gonna have to be an overtime affair, I would think. Something along the lines of the 5-4, maybe 4-3. But yeah, other than that, what other changes? I think that's all the changes that the Oilers have made. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've changed up their defensive pairings. Stuart Skinner is starting tonight. Zach Hyman's still out. He is done for the year. That's been pretty well confirmed. But as we await opening puck drop, Edmonton blows them out. I honestly, to force a game 7, I could see that. I could definitely see Edmonton blowing them out. As for the 2-0 Florida prediction, that one for me is just hard to believe with how quickly Florida's been able to transition up through the neutral zone and been able to get things going offensively. Now, if Edmonton makes the changes that they need, then yeah, I could relatively see 2-0 Florida. I don't know. I mean, Stuart Skinner's been hit or miss. Games 4 through 7, I believe he's got a .920 save percentage. So it's definitely gonna have to be interesting to see what version of Stuart Skinner shows up, and I think that's gonna be the true deciding factor in this series, not in this game. Sorry. And obviously, McDavid, Draisaitl are going to need to show up big. I believe each one has a goal this series. You're 6 games in, that's not good enough. You're the arguably 1-2 in the league in ranking best players. You got to play like it more. I get that you have Corey Perry on your wing and you don't have Zach Hyman anymore, even though he barely played with the two of them together. That's what they're going to have to do. I think Knobloch is going to have to load up that top line, and I think he will eventually load it up. And they need to show up. It's as simple as that. They haven't this series, and if they want to win, they're going to have to. Who do we think should win the Conn Smythe at this point in the playoffs, in the series? Because I saw a post earlier today, and a lot of people were saying Sam Bennett. I don't hate Sam Bennett winning it, but it's going to all really come down to how you want to look at it. Are you looking at it like a finals MVP or a playoff MVP? Because if it's playoff MVP, then yeah, give it to Sam Bennett. He's been the best Florida Panther throughout the postseason, and it hasn't particularly been close. But if it's finals MVP, it's going to have to be Brad Marchand. I mean, he's got six goals this series, I think. And no one else has come close. I think the next closest has 4. But it should be a fun game. Every game this series so far has been fun. No reason to think this one won't be otherwise. National Anthem's just getting underway now. And then I believe one more commercial break, and then we will be live for the game. should be good to rock and roll here, and I think we are. Canadian National Anthem just wrapping up here. Looking good so far. All right. Oh, wow. That is really smack dab in the middle of the parking lot. The Panthers have Roberto Luongo on the drum for tonight's game. Nine, 10, 5, 5 and 2. Oof. And we are underway. Florida wins the opening draw with it. Sends it back, and Edmonton recovers to force it offside. Oh boy. Today's not a great day. I am very tired. All right, Ekholm with a shot, rebounds back out of the Panthers zone. Bouchard recovers it, dumps it back in. Forsling with it now. Takes it up through the neutral zone. Ekholm's there with it. Sends it off to McDavid. Gets it up to Corey Perry. Perry bobbles it. Sends it up to the neutral zone. Nico Mikla is right there with it. Brad Marchand gets leveled by Corey Perry as he receives the pass in the neutral zone. Two of the older guys in this series going at it there. Jones with it, blows a tire in the defensive zone. Leon Draisaitl levels Nico Mikla. This has been a very aggressive game for a minute 10 in. And the first shot comes on, and Bobrovsky's lost it. And the whistle goes. I believe he's lying on top of it. Ooh, boy. Mikkola with a pass up to Marchand, and Perry just blows him up. Boy, and then Draisaitl blows up Mikkola over Seth Jones. Shot comes on right there from Kane, and Bobrovsky will cover it for a face-off. Captain blows a tire heading down into the corner. Bennett recovers it. Gets up to Tkachuk. Draisaitl with it in his own zone. And here come the Oilers with it now. Soft shot gets put on, goes wide though. Bennett recovers. Back up through the neutral zone he goes. Over the red line. Coming in like he's McDavid. Passes off to Tkachuk and puts one on. Mikkola keeps it in the offensive zone, though, and he's going to take it back around the net, see if he can't find a guy out front. Drops it back, finds Sam Bennett on the opposite side. Tkachuk with it now, with Draisaitl right on top. Nope, that wasn't Draisaitl. Kane, sorry, that would have been right on top of him. Nurse dumps the puck in, goes to retrieve it on his own. Kane with it now in the corner. Puck battle back in the corner again, over to Klingberg. Klingberg puts a shot on, and it goes wide once again. Klingberg puts one on, finally deflects off Bobrovsky. Wallman's there to recover it, but he can't as he bobbles it. Puck almost comes loose out of the Florida zone. And still hasn't cleared. Florida's under some pressure here. Shot comes on, and Bobrovsky does make the save. And someone there, I think that was Jeff Skinner, gave a little extra shot to Bobrovsky. The Panthers have over 200 minutes leading this series already. Oh boy. Klingberg got a few chances there, but barely put any on. Skinner with a shot, and he is able to recover that one. Edmonton out shooting Florida 4-0 right now. Bennett and Henrique now line up for the draw. Panthers win it. Rodriguez has it now. And Janmark levels Matthew Tkachuk with it. And the puck gets sent down into the corner by Bennett. Tkachuk and Rodriguez are both there to try and recover it. Bennett now back in the corner with Rodriguez. And the Oilers come up with it and immediately turn the puck over. Kulikov puts one on. Rodriguez is there, back up to Kulikov, over to Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt puts one on, and it nearly spins past Stuart Skinner there. Nurse with it now, into the offense, into the neutral zone. Skinner comes out to play it. Kulak's there, he recovers it, takes a second behind his net, lets a change go. Verhaeghe's right there on him. Puck comes up into the neutral zone. Edmonton enters offside. Florida with the puck, though. Skinner again out to play the puck. He's played the puck 3 times already tonight. Verhaeghe and Barkov now along the boards. I don't believe the fourth line has seen the ice yet for the Panthers. Bouchard with it, just in the neutral zone, gets his pocket picked by Roger. Wow, that was terrible. That's a terrible goal call by me there. Bouchard gets his pocket picked, and I didn't see who that was. Can I get a replay? Reinhart. Reinhart picked his pocket and just took it, and he roofs it on Stuart Skinner. Makes it 1-0 Florida. 5 minutes in, Bouchard bobbles it. Who was that he took out there? Ekholm this time got turned around, very similar to the Marchand goal from last game. As Edmonton gets a shot on goal immediately after. Reinhart opens up the scoring. 1-0 Florida. 5 minutes in. Oh boy. Yeah, so Bouchard received the pass from Ekholm, bobbles it, and then immediately Reinhardt's right there on him, and he's able to take full advantage of it. And Lundell puts one on right off the face-off, right into Stuart Skinner's chest. And the Panthers fans in the building already chanting Skinner, trying to get into his head. It's worked before. Question is it going to work today? 1 goal on 2 shots. Seems to be working pretty good so far. Nosek with it now. Florida's 4th line out there. I believe this is the first time they've seen the ice tonight. Edmonton taking it up the ice. Who's that? Kulak's there with it. Turns the puck over to Nosek. Greer with it now. Gets the puck knocked off his stick. Goes into the Edmonton corner. And the Oilers are going to get this puck up to center. Kapanen comes in barely offside. He tags up. Bennett with it. Tries to send it up the middle. Thank you very much, Mr. Fish. Welcome back. Always nice to have returning viewers. I appreciate you watching Game 5 here. Hopefully you stick around for Game 6. Always nice to see someone back in the chat again. Nate Schmidt and Evander Kane going at it in the corner now, fighting over the puck. And Florida does come up with it. And Reinhart with it now. And can't quite drive to the net completely. Barkov's there. And Evander Kane will be able to recover it. But it gets held in by Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe with it now along the half wall. To Ekblad, who puts one on. Shot gets blocked there. And the puck squirts out of the offensive zone for Florida. Verhaeghe again puts one just wide. Marchand there with it, bobbles it along the half wall. McDavid turned on the Jets here. McDavid tries to split the defenders as Bobrovsky comes out to play it. As Chris Knobloch is already going with the power line. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Corey Perry all out there right now. I'm not a Panthers fan. I'm a Marchand fan. I've tried to make that clear. You're not the first one. I'm a Bruins fan. 82 games of the year. I just specifically want Brad Marchand to win. I hope you can understand. But if Marchand isn't going to win, then I am perfectly okay with the Oilers getting one. Ekholm with it now, back behind his own net. Marchand pressures, nothing doing with the McDavid retrieves the pass. Ekholm, back to Ekholm, who dumps it in, as Bobrovsky will cover this. Shots are 5-4 Edmonton. Goals are 1-0 Florida. All right, and we are in an ad. All right, so let's just have a look here. So yeah, so Reinhardt scored. That goal was unassisted. All right. I'm probably gonna have to think about that. I haven't done a video with someone else before. I will definitely think about it though. Again, a goal inside the first 5 minutes for the Panthers. Face off in the Florida zone, and Florida wins it there. Ekblad, I believe that was, gets the puck up into the neutral zone. Edmonton recovers it. Draisaitl drops it down for McDavid. Perry drives the net, blows a tire on his way by, as McDavid is unable to complete the pass to Corey Perry. Puck goes down into the corner. Verhaeghe gets it, takes it up through the neutral zone. Stuart Skinner is there, back behind the net. Draisaitl with it now in the corner, takes a shot from Brad Marchand, goes down. Verhaeghe comes up with it. Jones stick handles, takes a shot on, rings it off the bar and wide. Mikkola is there in the neutral zone, turns around. Connor Brown is right there, though. As Luostarinen picks it up. But Podkolzin is right there, and it's going to be a chase all the way down, back into the Florida zone. As he dumps it in, and Bobrovsky is there to play it. Goalies have had no fear playing the puck tonight. Florida turns it over, but they are able to recover the pass. Puck does get out. Kachuk's there with it. He will send it all the way down the ice for an icing. Oof. All right. Lucerine and Bennett out there right now. Klingberg over to Wallman, who puts one on, and it almost trickles past Bobrovsky. And Evander Kane gets a shot in that the rest of the Panthers do not seem to enjoy. And everyone's grabbing a dance partner out here. Kapanen and Tkachuk going at it. I know who I'm taking in that fight, at least. Yeah, shot goes off the end boards, and Bobrovsky's right there on his post. And Evander Kane just takes an extra shot. Kulikov and Bennett go right at him. And then Tkachuk, third man in. What else is new, honestly? And then Kapanen comes in and takes away Tkachuk. And Evander Kane is going to the box there. As we have 4-on-4. Kane and Bennett going to the box. 2 minutes apiece. Ekblad with the puck takes it right up to the neutral zone. Wallman is there with Bouchard. Wallman passes it back behind his net to Bouchard. Bouchard up to McDavid. McDavid, only 2 Florida defenders to cut through here. Forsling is able to keep him wide into the corner. And the puck will not be turned over by Florida. Bouchard from the point. Down to Draisaitl in the circle. Bouchard from the point. Puts one on. Bobrovsky with the stop. And back the other way come the Panthers. And immediately recovered by Evan Bouchard. Draisaitl now with it. Draisaitl, stick handling, drops it down, takes a shot on goal, and nothing with that one. Forsling with it now, going to take it back behind his net, going to try and get a change here, it looks like. Nico Mikkola picks it up, takes it up through the defensive zone. Can't quite get all the way out to the neutral zone with it. Marchand with it now gets tripped up by... I didn't even see who that was. Someone came flying in there. Marchand is able to keep going, though. Connor Brown with it. Keeping Marchand tied up there. Kulak, I think that was Kulak, yeah, who came in and just nearly took out Marchand there. Connor Brown with it up through, down the wing on the outside of the ice. Klingberg there now with it. Nurse going off for a change. Klingberg up through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Who's there with it? No one's there. Florida is able to recover it. Marchand passes it down to Nate Schmidt. Rodriguez over to Verhaeghe now as he gets hit and turns the puck over there. Henry going at it now. Bennett and Kane are both back out onto the ice as the puck will go down for icing. 8:08 left. Shots are 8-5 in favor of Edmonton. They've looked pretty good. They've looked pretty solid today. Gotta start getting more pucks closer towards the net before taking shots on them, though. Bouchard did almost beat Bobrovsky there. But... almost is not good enough at this stage in the season. Ekholm puts a shot on goal immediately after the face-off. Perry and McDavid down into the corner now. Draisaitl sends it up to Bouchard. Bouchard dangles around Bennett. Bouchard drives the net hard. Perry is there. Can't get it done, though. Kulikov right there with him. And the puck comes out into the neutral zone. Bennett is there. Verhaeghe picks it up and puts a shot on goal past Stuart Skinner. It is Stuart Skinner. The Oilers have changed up their goalies too much. I'm getting confused now. McDavid with it in the offensive zone. Can't get a shot on goal because of the defensive play from Sam Reinhart. Reinhart drops it back. Gets the puck sent back up into the offensive zone there. Barkov with it now. Sends it around the back of the net to Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk's there. Barkov, puck goes down into the corner. Wallman is there as well as Matthew Tkachuk. Shot comes on and deflected out of play. Just going to do a little time on ice check here. Because I have seen the top lines out there like crazy. So Evan Bouchard, so far with 6:57 left, has played 5 minutes already. Nurse has played 4:18. Kulak has played 4:43. What about forwards? Draisaitl played 5:15. Got to scroll all the way down to 97 now. And McDavid has played 4:47. So the big guys are getting a lot of ice time here. Perry's only played 3:14. Skinner's played 2:24. Who's on their fourth line here? But Colson, Janmark, and Brown. So let's go put Coles. Connor Brown. Connor Brown's played 3:10. Freddie's played 2:39. So there is already getting to be a pretty big disparity in time on ice for Edmonton. I think Florida's going to try and be a bit more even with it, but obviously you want the Barkov line matching with the McDavid line, and then from there you can line match however you want. Oh. Sam Reinhart just undresses Bouchard and Kulak there. Oh boy. Shots are 8-6 Edmonton after stat correction there. As the puck gets sent deep into the Florida zone. Shot comes on from Connor Brown, but goes back behind the net. Nurse is there with it. Marchand there, picks it up, gets it up to another forward. Puck along the half wall in front of the Florida bench. Puck gets sent back in, and Nate Schmidt is there to pick it up. Hanging out back behind his net, getting a line change in. Wallman picks off the pass in the neutral zone, but does end up back on the Florida Panthers stick as the puck gets bobbled. I think that was Kulikov who bobbled the puck there in the neutral zone. Kapanen with a shot on from the point. Can't quite get past Bobrovsky. Lindell there. Marchand tips it up into the neutral zone. Gets it past the red line. And who was... I think that was Nurse. Nope, that was Wallman. Sorry. Takes it into the Edmonton zone. And here come the Oilers back the other way. Perry receives the pass and dumps it immediately as he crosses the red line. Jones is there, though. Perry out front, drops down. Bouchard with it now. Over to Ekholm. McDavid back behind the Panthers net. Tries to get it up to Draisaitl. Jones will pick the pass off, though. Verhaeghe and Barkov. Verhaeghe wins the puck battle. And Stuart Skinner comes out to play the puck. Bennett with it now along the half wall. Bennett retrieves the pass, puts a shot on goal, can't quite get it there. Tkachuk puts one on, again can't quite get it past Skinner. Oh, boy. Florida's right there with it. Can't quite get it past Stuart Skinner, though. Perry puts a shot on goal. Oh, boy. Neither goalie is really making a ton of saves. They're making stops, but they're not freezing the puck. This has caused the first period to go by rather quickly, as the puck deflects into the Florida bench. Bennett cuts to the inside, puts one on Skinner. And then another one passes it off to, I think that was Reinhart. And Reinhart couldn't quite retrieve the pass. I will be. I forgot to unmute my mic. My bad. That would probably explain why you couldn't hear me there. Thank you for the heads up there. I do appreciate it. Kulikov with it after the face-off from center ice. Greer puts one on. It trickles past Stuart Skinner, but doesn't get into the net. Kulikov puts one on from the point. Can't quite beat Skinner, though. Podkolzin with it now. Tries to send it up. I believe that was an Edmonton player that blocked it with their face there. Come on. Please don't do this to me now. Oh, my stream's frozen. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, Kulikov put one on there. The Panthers have outscored the Oilers 12-4 in the first period this series. Oof. Evander Kane along the wall there with Nate Schmidt battling for it. Barkov with it right in front of the penalty box. Who's there? Verhaeghe's there right with Nuge, trying to get the puck out, and it does come out. And no, that was not Verhaeghe who put the shot on there. Jones fighting with it now. Verhaeghe sends it over to Nico Mikkola as the puck supposedly stays in. Marchand's right there with Bennett, or Barkov, sorry. Marchand puts it on and just goes wide. Doesn't even go wide. That went off of Stuart Skinner's blocker. Lindell puts one on, rips one off the back glass. Today has not been a great day for me. Oh boy. Final minute here. Lindell flips it back up into the neutral zone from Florida territory. Verhaeghe. Lusterinen there with it. Lindell driving the net. Tkachuk puts one on and he scores. From just at the top of the circles. Matthew Tkachuk puts up the Florida Panthers 2-0 with 46 seconds left in the first period. Oh boy, make that 13-4 now. The Panthers have outscored the Edmonton Oilers in the first period. The Tkachuk family definitely enjoying that. Tkachuk skates it right into the high slot and just rips it. Oh, and it tipped off of Skinner's blocker. Glove, sorry. Those are just the worst. You hate when those go in. The Oilers have allowed 2 or more first period goals in every game of the Cup final. That's just not good enough. Who was it? Stan Bowman, the general manager at the trade deadline. I didn't watch a ton of GM press conferences at the trade deadline. But saying that you didn't need a goalie, I'm sorry, that's just objectively not true. You need to at least try something. I get that Stuart Skinner was playing all right there, but you got to have a bit of foresight into the playoffs to just at least have it in the back of your mind that, hey, what happened last season might very well happen again. What's our game plan there? And the result might end up being the exact same. Offense runs out of gas in the final 7 games of the season. And it sucks. It really does. As the clock will wind down, shots are 10-9 in the first period. Panthers obviously up 2-0. It sucks seeing an offense die so late in a playoff run. But if your goaltending isn't allowing 4+ goals a game, your offense doesn't need to score 5+ to win. And I'm not saying that those are the exact numbers, but maybe if your goalie's only allowing 3 goals, so you got to score 4 to win, maybe that's going to be the make or break of your season. And unfortunately, it has been the break for the Edmonton Oilers these past 2 seasons. With that being said, a comeback is not ruled out, especially because it's the Edmonton Oilers. They're a high flying team. They can pretty well score at will. They just need to, unfortunately. I don't want to be that guy, but yeah, unfortunately, it does look like the Oilers have lost this one. Again, though, second period has been very hit or miss for the Oilers, and I want to say it was game 4 or game 3, one of their comeback games. I can actually probably find it, but one of their games where that was the whole thing heading into that game. Oh, how's their second period going to look? Is it going to be okay? Well, their second period, they ended up overcoming a 3-goal deficit, and they won. Looks like it was game 4, 5-4 in overtime, because that was when the Panthers scored with 20 seconds left, and now I'm remembering it better. Oilers go on to win it in overtime. You're going to need a game like that if you want to win this one. And then you drag it back to Edmonton. I don't know. You go 2 goalies in net and you just play a man down out front. Obviously joking, but I mean, what do you do? Because you look at the baseline levels of both players. At their very lowest, neither one of them are playable, especially in a Stanley Cup final. Stuart Skinner can give you the saves that you need when he can. But as it's been more often than not this series, and quite frankly, these playoffs, he hasn't been able to give them to you. So that's gonna have to be definitely something to look at. Yeah, unfortunately, bud, I'm gonna have to pass on making a video with you though. But honestly, if you want to do this, I haven't made any money off it, but I'm just doing this for fun right now. I am in college. Yeah, I wouldn't. I've had fun with it so far, and that's all you gotta do, really. Have some fun with it if this is something that you want to do and uh, tackle as a career. There we go. That'll be the word that I use there. Yeah, I mean, like it's hard. It's gonna be very hard to make a career out of it. Not impossible though, especially in the age of social media. Just get your name out there. But yeah, getting back to the game, the Oilers are gonna need a 5-4 overtime comeback win if they want to play another game in this series. That's gonna do it for right now. I am gonna head out, grab a quick drink, and I will be right back. All right. And we are back. Hopefully just in time. No, there's no way there's still 15 minutes left of intermission. That can't be right. Ah, there we go. That's better. Right. 5 minutes left in intermission. This is my cat, Jasper. He does not enjoy being picked up, but he also knows where he isn't supposed to go. Okay. Welcome back, welcome back. I'm back as well. All right. Hey, what are you doing? Hopping up here this time? Come on up here. Hey, come on up. All right. Here's my cat. Doesn't enjoy being picked up a lot, but he's not camera shy either. Normally he sits just over on that bed there. Hi. Oh, yes you are. Oh, you're so beautiful. Okay, well are you really gonna sit there? Okay, I think he's just gonna sit here now. Right beside me. So I'm half hanging off the chair here. I'm sitting on. Eh. Oh. Can I just tilt the camera down just ever so slightly? I don't know if you can see him there. Oh. No? Come on back up. Okay. Well, fine. All right. What are you doing? Hey? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're in a fighting mood, I see. Hey. Okay, well, he's just being whiny. All right. Second period should be getting underway shortly here. Just after these commercials. Which hopefully there aren't very many left. All right. We are now back. There we go. Hey? What's here? Hey, here. Okay, he's just being annoying. All right. All right. 20 minutes. Edmonton is down 2-0 to the Florida Panthers. Hey. No. Oh, 2 slot shots. That is just not good enough. Especially for 20 minutes. That's not good. They, as a team, need to get more shots on goal. 10's fine. 10 is good in a period. You wouldn't mind 11 or 12. Obviously, anything above that is amazing. But you need the 2 slot shots. That's not enough. The Panthers have done great at keeping everything to the outside, and the Oilers need to find a way to get inside and drive the net more. As I'm now going to put this on this side, as my cat is thinking about jumping up here. Hey, are you coming up? No? Okay. We are underway now for the second period. The Oilers have 8 comeback wins in the 2025 playoffs. They've got 4 of those in the third period alone. Oof, Draisaitl getting leveled out there. I think that was right. No, sorry, that was Adam Henrique. Got leveled. Nurse with it now in the defensive zone. Score, as I said, 6-2. Florida at the start of the game. Right now, I'm not hating that, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I'll stick with 6-2. I'll stick to my guns there. I would love to know what other people here think the score is going to be. Hello, you're on this side now. All right. Just over a minute gone, and I've barely commentated on the game here. Barkov with it now on the far side, and that's got to be a penalty, surely. Nothing gets called there. All right. I did not see who hauled him down there, but someone just yanked him down. Is this on? Okay, there we go. Now that is on. All right. That is blowing some cold air now. Hopefully. All right. 4-3 Oilers. That was my guess. 5-4 or 4-3 Oilers. That was my guess if the Oilers would win, but I'm sticking with Florida's going to get this one here. Hey, what are you doing? McDavid with it now, puts one on, but a very soft shot, and the Panthers will clear it all the way down the ice for icing. Ooh, Forsling forces McDavid out of the debobble puck and allows him to get a clean shot off. Oilers with it. Perry shot off onto Bobrovsky immediately. Forsling recovers it though, sends it around the corner. And Lustarini has been hit in the face with a stick as we play on. No delayed penalty there. More than likely to do a quick check for blood. McDavid, 2-on-1 with Draisaitl. Perry, sorry, and they can't bury that one. That's going to be a key point right there that they just missed out on. And this is looking a lot like a Game 4 second period. The Edmonton Oilers have been not even outshooting, just outplaying the Panthers very well in the second period. Now, what happened here? McDavid barely exits the Florida zone, and Perry is right there with him. They split the defender of Forsling, and Perry can't lift it can't lift it the 6 inches he needs. The refs aren't calling anything. Yeah, they don't. So it's really weird. But in the Stanley Cup final, you can at least roughly judge what they're going to call. And I'm going to be honest, I know this more than most, I think. There's going to be there's going to be a few people out there that just know everything about it. But from what I know, game 1 through 3, they'll call fairly tightly. And then as the series goes on, they're going to call less and less. Adam Henrique gets a shot on goal, and Bobrovsky will stop and make the save. The series that I keep going back to as a Bruins fan is 2019. Game 5, I think, was Vladimir Tarasenko. Trips, slew foots, whatever you want to call it. Noel Acciari. Was it Noel Acciari? I think it was Noel Acciari. But anyways, Acciari's there with the puck in the Bruins corner, gets tripped up directly in front of the ref. No call. Shot goes out to the point. Shot goes on net. Shot goes in. And I have said this from that day, and I will continue to say it whenever it gets brought up, more often than not by me. That was the turning point in that series. And there's always one, more than likely, in a series where it's like, okay, this was a turning point, whether it's a goal, whether it's a missed call. A wraparound from Sam Bennett here, as Stuart Skinner does keep that one out. Nate Schmidt gets a shot on goal from the high slot. Bennett with it again. Gets it up to Nate Schmidt on D. But yeah, sorry. The refs have missed a lot of calls, more on the Oilers than they have on Florida. And by that I mean the Oilers should have more power plays than the Panthers have. Just hasn't worked out that way, and I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. If you want, you can say, "Oh, it's the agenda from the NHL. It's what they want to have happen." I don't believe that. Bouchard puts a shot on, but nothing happened from that. Edmonton outshooting Florida 13-11 right now. Barkov with it now behind the net. I'll wait till intermission to continue this here, or at least a commercial. Bouchard with it now, in his own zone. Verhaeghe off for a change. McDavid and Skinner out there with him. Draisaitl in the corner now. Mikkola right there with him. McDavid and Mikkola going at it now. Draisaitl and Barkov also there for their respective teams. Shot goes on. Nothing happening. Reinhart puts one on for Verhaeghe right there, pressuring Stuart Skinner, who comes out to play it again. But Colson now, up through the neutral zone, will dump it in, and the Panthers will recover it, but we get a puck battle in the corner as Edmonton comes up with that, and we get a whistle. Are we going to commercial? I don't think we are, because I'm pretty sure that was an offside. Bennett comes in, nearly windmills Jake Wallman again. Oh boy. If Wallman gets windmilled twice in 2 games, that's gotta be... Man, he's played good though. He really has. I've liked his play. Yeah, I'm not sure what that call was. It did look onside to me though. But yeah, anyways, getting back to what I was saying, there's normally one turning point in every series that you can point to, and unfortunately, more often than not, it's a missed call. But that's exactly what the NHL wants. They want the refs to let the game play. They want to let the flow of the game happen. And as much as I love that, I love a nice flowing game. If you're going to miss a call, make sure you're consistent with it. And that's just the issue. They're normally very inconsistent with it. What's another example I'm thinking of here? Game 7, another rough rule of thumb to go by. And this more applies to game 4 and game 5. Normally each team will get a power play in the first, a power play in the second, nothing in the third. And then come game 7, it'll be a team gets a power play in the first, a team gets a power play in the second, and nothing gets called in the third period. Unless it is blatant or they have to call it, obviously, meaning puck over glass, goalie interference, etc., etc. You have to call those. You can't not call them. There are quite a few Oilers fans in the building. I will say. They've done pretty good traveling down there. Yeah, it's just the severe that was offside. It's the severe inconsistency. Oh, nice little loaf. It's the inconsistency that, like, it's not just me who has an issue with it. You ask any group of NHL fans, the officiating consistency is terrible. But to the NHL, that means that they're doing a good job. And that's something that I've learned. If both sides of a disagreement are unhappy about it, then the governing body of the sport or whatever will be happy with it. And it's using the logic of you can't make everyone happy, make everyone unhappy then. Now, Kachuk flips it up through the neutral zone. Bennett right there with it. I think that was Lusterinen just onside there. No, sorry, that was Rodriguez just onside. Kulak comes in, dumps the puck in right as he crosses the blue line. Mikla right there with him. Picks the puck up in the corner. Gets the puck up to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe tries to send the cross-ice pass over to Reinhart. Gets picked off. Kachuk, Barkov with it now. I keep getting those two mixed up. Verhaeghe now. Back up to Barkov. Forsling takes a shot on goal right off the bench. Shots are still 15-12 Edmonton. They're keeping the gap. They're holding it pretty steady. Okay. Henrique and Lundell line up for the draw. Lundell wins it. Recovers the puck back behind the Florida zone, or back behind the Edmonton net. Marchand right there with it. Sends the puck around for Forsling. Forsling pushes it right back for Marchand. Marchand tries to get the puck back up to the point, gets caught along the half wall there. And Wallman will flip it up and almost all the way down into the Florida zone. Marchand flips it back into Edmonton zone. Shot goes on. Skinner makes the block. Can't get a glove on it, though. Bouchard gets stapled to the boards. I didn't even see who that was from. Forsling chasing after the puck. Gets the puck around the boards over to Ekblad. Ekblad in the Florida zone. Gets it up into the neutral zone, and the puck gets sent right back to McDavid into the Florida zone. Rodriguez with it now. Over to Bennett. Bennett dumps it in from the red line. Rodriguez picks it up as Skinner tries to stop it, but it skips over his stick. Now along near half wall. Perry's there with it, and the puck gets frozen. Someone ended up on top of that. I think that was Matthew Tkachuk. And it looks like it was. Marchand chips it over to Lindell right there, and Lindell puts one on Lusterine and nearly gets the tip. Florida in offside. Skinner passed the puck to Bouchard. Bouchard taking his time up through Edmonton's defensive zone, over the red line. Gets chased back by Lindell. Kulak now with it. Flips the puck into the offensive zone. Edmonton barely stays onside there. Kulak gets it back and blasts one onto Bobrovsky from the neutral zone. Bobrovsky tips it back out, and the puck winds up back in Edmonton zone. Nuge with it now, over to Freddie. Trent Frederick with it. Passes back off to Nuge, and the shot gets stopped from Sergei Bobrovsky. And Florida gets a chance, but they can't quite bury that one. Bennett puts one on right there, and the Panthers can't quite bury that. This is, oh yeah, he is still sitting there. See? Shots are now 17-15 in favor of Edmonton. They've done pretty good holding the 2-3 shot lead over Florida. Definitely one of the more even second periods we've seen at Edmonton. Even is not good enough, though, at this point. Gadjevich with it now. Forsling helps keep that puck in. Puck rolls down into the corner now. Ekblad goes down to chase it with a pinch. Podkolzin in there, sends it right back up the ice. And does not go the distance. Mikla is right there. Gadjevich is there with him to help. As Nosek is hanging out in front of Bobrovsky. And my stream has frozen once again, because how fun. Can I get a refresh here, please? Please and thank you. That would be very nice. All right, great TV here. Stream froze as we now finally come back. Bouchard with a shot on, and Bobrovsky does make the stop. All right. We are just under halfway through this game. Just going to try and cool off just a little bit here. As we are going to have a redrop here. Because the refs don't enjoy how that puck was dropped. That's not the first time this series either. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right. Barkov with it now. Passes it over to Reinhart. Reinhart dumps it in. Skinner recovers it after Skinner stops it behind the net. As Bobrovsky comes all the way out of his net to play it and beats out McDavid for the puck. Forsling down back behind his own net. Recovers the puck. Can't quite get it around McDavid. Does eventually get the puck flipped out to the neutral zone. Bouchard recovers. Takes it back into his own zone. Forsling and Draisaitl now back behind their net, or back behind the Panthers' net. Ekholm with it now, over to Bouchard. Bouchard puts one on from the high point. Reinhart now, skating it all the way up the wing here. Barkov right there with him. Forsling there alongside. Over to Forsling he goes. Forsling puts one on. Shot gets deflected. Barkov with it now. Back around into the corner. Puts one out front. Verhaeghe can't quite get there, and Skinner makes the stop as Marchand is knocking on the door. Oh, no. Probably shouldn't sing that. 7:40 left now to go in the second period. Edmonton has stretched their lead back out to 3 in the shot department. Frederick almost gets a breakaway right there. Marchand tips it back in. Skinner out to play it. Mikla puts one on from the far point. Goes wide there. Lindell out to Marchand out front. Can't get there. Rodriguez out there with Marchand and Lindell. Puts one on. Skinner doesn't know where it is. Puck's still loose, and the ref finally blows the play dead. I don't know why the Oilers players were getting upset there. Rodriguez played until the whistle, but all right. Go say hi. Hi. Is yours cute? Yeah. Here. Hey. Come on. Sleep in your bed. No? Fine. Sleep on the cold metal then. I don't care. You do you, bud. A little late coming back there. 7 minutes to go now in the second period. Evander Kane with it. Turns the puck over. Kachuk now with it along the near half wall. Nate Schmidt puts one on from the point. Stuart Skinner is the Edmonton goalie's name. I don't believe he's got any relation to Jeff Skinner, also on the Oilers. Kane does dump the puck down into the Florida zone. Ekblad there, and Evander Kane just levels him. Kulikov with it now. Will clear the puck into the neutral zone. Bouchard hanging out behind his own net. 5:50 left. Yeah, no. Jeff Skinner is the forward, and then Stuart Skinner is the goalie. I'm honestly shocked. That's the first time I've seen that happen these playoffs. I haven't watched a ton of Edmonton hockey before the finals here, but I have seen a few games. I guess Jeff Skinner didn't really play in the playoffs much, did he? Wait, can I see how many games has Jeff Skinner played? Here. Yeah, I know he's played over 1,000 games without a playoff game. Okay, fine then. Jeff Skinner, DB. And immediately it doesn't come up. All right, there we go. Hi, bud. Oh. So this is only his 5th game. So in the 5 games Jeff Skinner's played, I've only seen that happen once, where he's been out on the ice, Stuart Skinner's played it, and Jeff Skinner picks up the puck right off Stuart Skinner. It's one of those weird things. It's funny. 5:27 left, and here we go. Puck comes loose here. Who's that with it up in center ice? That's Reinhart with it. Drops it back to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe over to Marchand. Marchand around the back of the net. Sends it. Tries to get up to the defenseman. Unable to do so, though. Lindell is right there. Puck does get kept in and then comes back out from Draisaitl McDavid. Hey, don't do that. Ekholm. Back down. Ekholm retrieves the pass back. Ekholm dumps the puck into the Florida zone. Wallman puts a shot on. Doesn't go in. Mikula and Skinner now tied up in the corner. Janmark right there. Matthew Tkachuk retrieves it, dumps it. Will not go all the way. Just gets into the Edmonton zone, though. Klingberg over to Wallman. Wallman up into the neutral zone, over the red line, and dumps it. Bobrovsky gloves it out of midair. What? What? Hey? Here. Hop up. Hey. Come on. Hop up. Okay, fine. Don't hop up then. Be that way. Hey? Oh, I know you're in a mood. Hey? Hey. Well, climbing the ladder. Hey? Oh, look at you. Hey, you are so cute. You want to go? Hey? Okay, there you go. Okay, be back soon. Oh well. Cat wanted to leave. That's fine. There's another Jurassic World movie coming out. Okay, fine. Guess he's not coming back then. Ooh. Jones with it into the Edmonton zone. Bennett. Nope, that's not Bennett. I couldn't grab a number there. All right. Puck gets rolled down to Sergei Bobrovsky, who deflects it wide. Forsling picks it up, skates it up just into the neutral zone before dumping it in. Reinhardt's there with it, takes a hit from Kulak, to make a play. Verhaeghe into the corner, takes a hit from Frederick to make a play there again. Skinner there with it. Barkov around the back of the net. Barkov out front, can't quite bury that one. Just under 3 minutes to go here. Over 30 seconds of ozone time here for the Panthers. Verhaeghe sends it up to Schmidt. Gets over to Kulikov, Kulikov down to Barkov. Barkov over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe puts one on. Skinner was not ready for it. And the shot goes in. Oh, Stuart Skinner. I'm sorry. You need to get pulled after that. That is embarrassing. Oh, my eyes might have deceived me there. I'm pretty sure Stuart Skinner was standing straight up. Oh, boy. Does Skinner... So Barkov's there. He gets a chance. Who puts it on? Skinner's standing completely up and then barely gets into the butterfly. And then the shot comes on. And Barkov is there. And it deflects off of Sam Reinhart and it goes in. Wow. What a play there. But at the same time, what are you doing, Stuart Skinner? Boy, that's an embarrassing play right there. Oh boy. I'm not gonna put that all on Stuart Skinner there. He was not ready for that first shot. I know that shot from Barkov was going wide, but Stuart Skinner was not ready. I didn't even see who put that first shot on. I'll have a look here at the intermission because we just have 2 minutes to go here. That was brutal, though. Ooh, boy. Sam Reinhart gets his 9th of the playoffs. Barkov got the assist there. We knew that, though, already. And Janmark gets a chance. Does not do anything with it, though. You know, to their credit, you gotta give them a lot of credit there. The Oilers aren't making the dumb play. Matthew Tkachuk can very easily go, I'd say, a solid 85-90% of this league into doing just about anything he wants, and they're not falling for it. They're not going for it. Boy. A 4-2-0 goals against. Boy, that is embarrassing. Just under 1:30 left here. I mean, that's not a terrible thing to say, honestly, after that goal. I mean, that's brutal. That's a terrible goal in a do-or-die Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Clock is winding down. 47 seconds left. Reinhart, though, on the attack, dumps the puck in. Forsling's there, but he backs up for Hagee right there. Reinhart back behind the net. 30 seconds to go here. Forsling fakes a shot from the point. Jones with it on the outside of the circle. Jones with it again for Hagee. Can't quite get there, and the puck will trickle down. 15.7 left. McDavid doubled over on the Edmonton bench. I mean, you want a dig the F in moment. That one right there. That goal. That is a Skinner. What the hell are you doing? Dig the F in. That was painful. Yeah, no, he did screw up badly there. 15.7 left on the clock. Draisaitl leans in to the draw against Lindell. And Lindell wins it back. Seth Jones with it now. In the high slot. Passes over to Mikla, who's not there. Does get there, though. And Marchand is there in the corner. Puck gets flipped up. 2-1. Shot goes down into the corner. And that will do it for the second period. I need to watch that third goal back. That was painful to watch. All right, let's see. I don't even have the goal visualizer up. Really? Please? Please? There we go. We do have the goal visualizer up. Was that Verhaeghe who put it on there? That was Verhaeghe. So Verhaeghe has it, puts the puck on from the near dot, and then deflects off of Stuart Skinner. He makes the first stop standing up, which I don't know what he was doing there. But standing up, puck deflects out to Alexander Barkov, and he deflects it off his own teammate. Or sorry, to Sam Reinhart. No. Sorry, yeah. Barkov deflects it off his own teammate and Sam Reinhart, and it goes in. Man. You gotta question. You gotta wonder if you roll with Stuart Skinner for the third period there. That's been yeah, no, the intro outro music for the game today has been pretty nice. I've enjoyed it. They have had a lot of good choices tonight. Oh boy, man, so late in a period as well. If that comes like 10 minutes into a period, you'll maybe give them a little bit of a pass, but that's 2.5 minutes to go in the period. You can't let that happen. Man, oh man. What can the Oilers do to stop the Florida Panthers from going back to back and winning tonight's game? My whole computer is frozen now. Well, that's what I can do. I can definitely do that. Alright, well, guess we'll sit here and wait for a sec. Yeah. I don't think you can. I understand Pickard's going to be cold. You cannot start Stuart Skinner for the third period. Okay. I don't know. If you're Chris Knobloch in this situation, I'm not. I feel bad for him for having to make this call. Boy, oh boy. I would be inclined to take him out. How many full periods this series has Calvin Pickard played? Is it just the 4? Let's see here. Yeah, Calvin Pickard. I think he's only played 4 periods this series. I don't want Hockey DB. Stats and News NHL. There we go. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but Hockey DB, amazing website. Calvin Pickard. All right, he has played. He's played in 3 games this series. Let's go game logs. He played. So he played 2 full games, and then he played another 16 minutes. I'm just talking to a buddy right now. I posed him the same question. What do you do? Do you put Skinner in or do you pull him out? He says both are a gamble. He is an Oilers fan as well. Skinner isn't playing like a goalie who's facing elimination, but can Pickard keep it out in the third so that we can tie it up? Hard to say, but I like gambling. Skinner has been very bad, so why not get Calvin in there? I could get behind that. I mean, so Calvin Pickard this series has an 875, 957, and a 778. The 778 came at home. Maybe you put him in. He's had a pretty good record on the road. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pain to try and make that call right now. I'm assuming you're talking about Skinner right there. Yeah, man. Oh boy. Such a hard call to make. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. He was McDavid's junior coach. Like, he was McDavid's coach when he was, like, I guess 15 through 18 until he was drafted. I don't know. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. How much... Chris Knobloch. Oh, it is spelled with a K. I thought it was spelled with a K. So Chris Knobloch, that is playing experience. Where is coaching? So coaching experience. He's had the only coaching experience he's had in the NHL as a head coach is with the Oilers. He had some time with the Philadelphia Flyers as an assistant, and then the Hartford Wolfpack of the AHL as a head coach. In that time, man, they didn't have a great record, but, well, yeah, 11 games, 5 games, 0, 9, 4. Okay, so they were about 35 games above 500 from the 2019-20 season to the 23-24 season. Yeah, McDavid was a player under Chris Knobloch in his junior career. Yeah, and then after that, so McDavid was drafted in... That was the Matthews year. So 14, 15. Yeah, because 16, 17 was Matthews. 15, 16 would have been, yeah. So he coached for 2 more seasons after McDavid got drafted. The winning percentage actually went up in the first year. Man. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy and say that, hey, this guy should be fired after 70 games last season and 82 games this season. You lose 2 times in the finals to the same team. If you're a smart team, it might be time to think about letting him go, unfortunately. Now, only question is, who do you replace him with? That I don't know. Something does need to happen, though. I do completely agree with that. Your dad's friend played in the AHL. I love hearing stuff like that. I don't know anyone directly who's played in the AHL. I do have a friend right now. He was drafted by the Seattle Kraken last year. Here, let me see. Kraken draft picks. Let's see here. List of Seattle Kraken draft picks. 2021, 2023, 2024. No? 2023? Yes. 2023. He was drafted 2nd round, 50th overall. Carson Rakoff. I ended up I didn't go to school with him for like an extended period of time. But for a couple years, I did end up going to school with him. And right now he's playing for the Coachella Valley Firebirds in the AHL. He's a pretty good player. He's just over a point per game in the OHL. He's 6'2", 194. Oh. Oh boy. The Seattle Kraken captain or captain of the Coachella Valley Firebirds? Alright. I will be right back. Looks like we got, oh boy, 2.5 minutes. Coachella Valley. I will be right back. 1 second. real quick. So sorry, Coachella Valley Firebirds. AHL team. Team. Roster. Oh, that's cool. You can go right to their front office. Is it gonna say captain? Buddy send me. Max McCormick? I'm assuming that's the guy? Here we go. 20 minutes left in the Edmonton Oilers season. Let's see what they can do. For Hagee, with the puck, back behind the Edmonton net. They have stuck with Stuart Skinner in net for Edmonton. Let's see if they are going to live to regret that decision. Ekholm whiffs on a massive shot right there. Barkov comes in, dumps the puck, and immediately turns up ice for a change. Mikkola with it now. Gets the puck just over the red line. Bouchard down in the corner. Marchand tries to block the pass. Unable to do so, though. Vander Kane up through center ice. Right over the Panthers logo. Down towards the near corner. Gets around Nico Mikkola. Jake Wallman with the shot. Deflects off Sergei Bobrovsky's pad. And goes down into the corner. Wallman again with a shot. That one just goes straight into the corner, not off Bobrovsky's pad. Kapanen now with it, back behind the net. Where's he going to go with it? Sends it up into the corner. And who was that? Was that Kulak? No, sorry, Klingberg. Sorry, not Kulak. Can't maintain it. And the puck gets filtered back into the Edmonton zone. Klingberg with it now. Takes it. Gets it up to his D partner. Sends it up. Deflects off of Connor Brown. Nope, sorry. Oh boy. Nurse down into the Florida zone. Florida is able to recover it, though. Florida not sitting on their heels here. They're keeping the pressure on. As who was that just turned the puck over? Forsling with it now. From the point, puts one on. Shot immediately gets deflected down into the corner. Barkov with it. Over to Verhaeghe. Gets picked off by Evan Bouchard. Bouchard up to McDavid. McDavid dangles across. Draisaitl with it now from the high slot. Gets it back down to McDavid. McDavid around the back of the Florida net. And the puck gets knocked back up to the point. McDavid again in the low corner. Or in the near corner. Shot comes on. And Bobrovsky makes the stop. Bouchard with it now. Drops it back for McDavid. McDavid in the high slot. Puts one on. And the puck gets deflected up and out of play. Take a breath. Oh, damn, I'm tired. McDavid on the bench. Lundell and I don't know who that was. Kulak lined up for the draw. Mikla pushes the puck forward into the Edmonton zone. Puck goes down past the goal line. Marchand with it. Loses the puck though. As here come the Oilers back the other way. Marchand with a huge hit. I didn't quite catch who he laid that hit on. That was a nice hit to keep him away from the puck. Wallman with it now. Serpentine up into the neutral zone before he dumps it right in. Nate Schmidt with it now. This is a back and forth third period, folks. Nate Schmidt dumps it into the offensive zone. Gadjevich and Greer go after it into the corner. Puck ends up on a Florida player's stick. Nate Schmidt again recovers in the neutral zone, gets over the red line and dumps it. Gadjevich now with it. Sorry, Nosek, not Gadjevich. Greer tries to retrieve the pass, unable to do so though. Nuge with it, almost gets around Forsling. Oh, that could have been a penalty for holding on Forsling there. Nuge just stood up Thomas Nosek there. Jeff Skinner with it now. Taking it all the way up through the neutral zone. Going to try and do it himself here before he gets tangled up in some skates and gets hauled down to the ice. Bennett with the puck now. Going to try and do it himself this time. As the puck gets knocked down into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard gets there, but Chuck blocks the pass. Puck gets rolled into the opposite corner. Bouchard is there. Mikla steps up. Gets the puck down to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with it now. Back around the back of the net. Sam Bennett's there. And Reinhardt's there with it now. But the puck ends up in the corner, and the Oilers retrieve it. That's Leon Draisaitl with it. Up through the neutral zone. Gets it to McDavid. McDavid over to Perry. And McDavid can't get the tap in for the goal. All right, can we get a whistle here? I need a break. Welcome, Anthony. Thank you very much for the subscription. Greatly appreciate it, bud. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Verhaeghe with it. Dancing right in front. Oh, who was that? I'm pretty sure that was Lundell that just had a shot there. And it just goes wide. That was a great chance right there for Florida to make this game 4-0 and surely put this out of reach. Marchand comes in. Marchand. Oh, Marchand barely gets stopped by Stuart Skinner. Wallman with it now. Down in the far corner. Lucerine and Lundell are both right there. Lucerine sends it around into the far corner. The Panthers have this building on their feet. They are absolutely rocking right now. Brown with it. Unable to get the puck into the Florida zone. Florida has dominated the first 8.5 minutes of this period, and I can't believe it's 8.5 minutes in already. This period has blown by. And the Panthers fans are chanting, "We want the cup." That's backfired on a few teams before. Edmonton last year, more than likely Edmonton this year. Let's see what they can do, though. Kasperi Kapanen comes in 1-on-2. Can't find a man to get the pass off to. Nuge right there, though, in the corner. Reinhardt's there with him. Nate Schmidt beats him to it. Sam Reinhardt's right there. Can't clear the puck, though. Florida does recover it. That's Sam Reinhardt there. Kulikov with it. Nate Schmidt gets the puck up and out of the zone over the red line. And that's Leon Draisaitl with it. No, that's Kulak. That's not Leon Draisaitl. Numbers got me messed up there. Draisaitl now with the puck up through center ice. And McDavid almost gets hauled down. Oh, that should be a call. Bouchard with a bomb from the point. Gets blocked, though. Man, this has been frustrating if you're a fan of either team. Draisaitl again with it. It's been a while since we've got a whistle here. McDavid with it. Takes it right to the net. Back around the back of the net. Back to Bouchard at the point. Rips one on. Can't get it past Sergei Bobrovsky. He has been a stonewall for the Panthers tonight. Bouchard with it in the neutral zone, and McDavid enters in offside. 11-11 left. McDavid cannot believe that puck gets called offside, as we are going to get a whistle here. Oh, and Corey Perry just can't get that puck over to McDavid. Sorry. I like Edmonton, but the way they built their team as a whole is not designed to play from behind consistently in the playoffs. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, okay, I'll start with the first comment here. The Oilers have done good in constructing their team. They just need the same guys, but bigger. Like, this team can effectively score at will, and that's great, but you need big guys to, as you specified, take the beating while you're playing from behind, and that's exactly what the issue has been. They've tried their best, and then this is going to flow directly into your next comment here. It helps having two Selke nominees, the winner and the runner-up, not just any two nominees. The guy who won the Selke and the guy who was the runner-up for best defensive forward. It absolutely helps, especially when you can pick your poison with it. If you want to split them up, you can. Obviously, they're not great split up, but if you have them together, they can be absolute rock stars in shutting down anybody in this league. And they've shown that this series. They went toe-to-toe with the Matthews line. They weren't scoring, but they were toe-to-toe. They went toe-to-toe with them, and they ended up quite handily winning most of their minutes. Yeah, so at Edmonton, I find tends to play a run-and-gun style of hockey, and I mean, you laid it out perfectly right there. It's great in the regular season, not so much in the playoffs. But they've done it for 3 rounds, and it's worked for 3 rounds and 2 games, as it worked for 3 rounds and 3 games last season. Now, I do personally believe that this series has been closer than last season. That's just my opinion, though. As we are now back, Sam Bennett with it, turns the puck over. Jake Wallman with it now, at the point. And who was... sorry, that was Wallman who just put that shot on. I think that was Klingberg who had the puck there. Bennett with it now, flips it, and dumps it into the Edmonton zone. McDavid, full head of steam, going to try and go 200 feet with it. Gets over 100. Gets 150. Can't drive the net, though. And the puck runs down into the corner. McDavid Forsling there. Bouchard with it now at the high slot. And here comes Verhaeghe. Wide open on a breakaway. Shoots and stopped by Stuart Skinner. That's Florida's first shot of the third period. Wow. Florida's playing a style that gets better and better as the playoffs go on because they're... Yeah, the Panthers are going to grind you down, and that's exactly what they've done to all of their opponents. Like, you watch they know how to dance that line almost like the early 2010s, like 2011, 2013 Boston Bruins. They know how to dance that line incredibly fine to the point where everyone around the league is questioning how are these not getting called penalties, but they're right there, and that's what you need to do if you want to win. Hockey Psychology. I've heard of the channel. I can't say I've watched it. But I will definitely check it out after this game here. Yeah. I mean, the Panthers have done an amazing job just grinding teams down all throughout this entire postseason. As we are now coming back from commercial here. (26-19). The Florida Panthers have one shot on goal in this third period. Nate Schmidt dumps the puck right in. Stuart Skinner is there to play it, and he's playing it like he's a player, bobbling around it there. I think that's Darnell Nurse now with it, up through the neutral zone. Drops it off for Henrique, sorry. Puts it on. Yeah, I mean, if you're able, I don't know. I don't know enough about hockey to comment on how body positioning works. I really should. I mean, I played it for 6 years growing up. I just didn't play it at a high enough level. But body positioning can be a really big factor, especially when it comes to winning puck battles. And as Reinhart gets cross-checked from behind right at center ice, Bouchard with it now in the defensive zone. He flips it up. Forsling's there. He recovers it. Still in the neutral zone. Gets pushed into the Panther zone very briefly. Klingberg there with it. In the defensive zone. Marchand putting pressure on both defenders there. Can't clear it. Man, my lights are bugging me tonight. That's not good. Kane puts one on from the point. Marchand flips it back up. And is that going to roll? That's going to roll right to Stuart Skinner. Wallman with it now. Back behind the net. Flips it up. And it gets turned over right there. Tkachuk with it. Bennett puts shot on. And Stuart Skinner makes the save. That's a key save right there. Nate Schmidt dumps the puck right back in. Stuart Skinner out to play it, but the puck bounces up over his stick. He gets lucky that there's not a Panther there right with him. Wallman, again, puts it up towards the half wall. Tkachuk knocks it down. Can't quite get a shot off, though. Henrique and Frederick now up through the neutral zone. Puck gets turned over in the Florida zone. Nate Schmidt with now, trying to find a man open. Matthew Tkachuk now gets up to Barkov. Barkov in between the red line and the Edmonton blue line. Where is this game going to go from here? Edmonton is out shooting Florida by 6 right now, 26-20. Jeff Skinner almost drives the net right there, right up the middle. And there is 7 minutes to go exactly as we get an icing call. And Stuart Skinner gets called to the bench. 6-on-5 here. 7 minutes to go. Is this going to be it in the season, or are we going to get another 60? Bouchard with the puck over to McDavid. McDavid dumps the puck down deeper into the Florida zone. Forsling picks it up and can't quite get it out. Verhaeghe with it. And that is going to do it. The Florida Panthers go up 4-0. And Sam Reinhart, that was his hat trick? Oh, boy, I really should know that. Oh, boy. Sam Reinhart gets his first career hat trick in the Stanley Cup final. Name a better time to get your first playoff hat trick than in the Stanley Cup final. Dominating game from the Florida Panthers tonight. The shots don't reflect that. But on the ice, the Florida Panthers have killed the Edmonton Oilers, and it has not been close. Right from 5 minutes in when they scored that first goal, that was curtains. Reinhart right there rips it from the blue line, and Corey Perry smacks the puck back into the net for good measure. And the Tkachuk family clearly excited for that. Corey Perry doubled over on the bench. I'm pretty sure that's 7 cup finals now he's been to in the past 8 years that he has been a part of, and he has lost. You gotta feel for the guy there. Paul Maurice not letting up, sending the Bennett line right back out there. Get the cup ready. Get the champagne ready. There's 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this game. Darnell Nurse up through the neutral zone. Adam Henrique gets hit along the boards. as we head to what will very well be the final commercial. All right. As the Stanley Cup is getting polished for what will most likely be its second time in Sunrise, Florida, barring a very historic final collapse by the Florida Panthers. Stuart Skinner on the bench once again. Edmonton trying anything they can. Just under 6 minutes to go here. Let's see if they can even get one on the board. As the puck rolls immediately out to the red line. Puck gets dumped right back in. McDavid's there with it. Puck gets sent up to the defenseman, over to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard back over to Kulak. McDavid with it now along the far half wall. Draisaitl now. Behind the net. Gets the puck back out. Evan Bouchard still with it. Back down to McDavid. McDavid. Ekholm puts the shot on. And it deflects down into the corner where Leon Draisaitl sits. As my stream freezes. Because, of course. Oh. My stream's still frozen. How fun. And Sam Reinhart gets a fourth goal in the Stanley Cup final, Game 6. Have yourself a night, Sam Reinhart. He was invisible the first 3 games of this series, or first 2 games of this series, but man, has he made his presence known in the final 4 games. Beautiful first goal. Second goal. Beautiful tap in from from Alex Barkov. And then the third goal for the hat trick. Empty netter from the blue line. And the fourth goal from center ice for good measure. Five minutes to go. Shots of 26-23 in favor of Edmonton. Oh, and that's... Oh, boy. And Vasily Podkolzin scores to make it 5-1, but there's no celebration. They know it's out of reach. Oh boy. Janmark right there, and Vasily Podkolzin taps it in, makes it 5-1, but it's too little, too late. Straight back to business for the Edmonton Oilers. The fans aren't even happy about it. They know it's done. Oh boy. And my buddy who's an Oilers fan is not happy right now. As the Florida Panthers fans are chanting Skinner, they know what's coming in 3 minutes 50 seconds. Everyone knows what's coming in 3 minutes 50 seconds. And it's not great for Canada or the Edmonton Oilers. 3 minutes 35 to go. Gustav Forsling flips it out into the neutral zone. Puck barely gets into the Edmonton zone. Darnell Nurse with it. Over to his defense partner. Turns the puck over. Anton Lundell's right there. Marchand's there. Can't quite get a stick on it to try and bury it. Lundell wraps it around the back of the net. And there's Luostarinen out there with his line that has been a killer third line these playoffs. Especially come the Stanley Cup final. Aaron Ekblad behind his own net now. Taking some time. Stick handles with it. Takes it right up, almost up into the neutral zone. Passes it off to Sam Bennett, who gets it over to Evan Rodriguez, who dumps it off. Bouchard now back behind his net. Gets the puck up. And Dmitry Kulikov. Nope. Nico Mikla is right there. The 7 and the 77 are getting all sorts of screwed up. I don't like that. Ekholm with it. Tries to get it in. Mikla puts the puck down into the Edmonton net. And there's 2 minutes left. Florida's fourth line out there. Gadjevich, Greer, and Nosek. 2 former Boston Bruins. How ironic is that? Oh, baby. Minute 33 left. And it looks like Brad Marchand and the Florida Panthers are going to collect their second Stanley Cup. Minute 15 now. Klingberg with it just over center ice. Dumps it in. And the puck rims all the way around the boards. And it's going to go all the way back down to the Edmonton zone. Jake Wallman picks it up. The final minute of the 2024-2025 season is underway. Shots are 28, 29, 25 in favor of Edmonton. And Brad Marchand, who joined the Florida Panthers at the trade deadline and had a dominant Stanley Cup final, is going to collect his second career ring. As the clock winds down, 20 seconds to go. Oh, fuck. Three chances. Not even three. Two chances for the Boston Bruins to give Brad Marchand his second Stanley Cup ring. And he goes to the Florida Panthers at the trade deadline as the confetti and the rats rain down. The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. Skinner and Pickard side by side in the Edmonton zone. Brad Marchand and Thomas Nosek hugging it out. You love him if he's on your team. You hate him if he's not. Story of the series. Brad Marchand wins his second career Stanley Cup. 14 years, almost to the day. June 15th. That was Sunday. He won his first. And he gets his second June 17th, 2025. I hope I did get that date right. All right, that's good. As the handshake line has commenced, McDavid going through, and Paul Maurice breaking his own rule of coaches don't go in the handshake line once again. What else is new? Prison rules, Paul doesn't follow anyone's rules but his own when he wants to. Surely the Conn Smythe is going to go to Sam Bennett here. I would love for it to go to Brad Marchand. I think he was the best player in the Stanley Cup final. Not tonight, though. Tonight, it's about the team. It's about Reinhart. It's about Sam Bennett. Brad Marchand, the final player in line. I can't quite make out what the Florida Panthers fans are cheering. Reinhart, 4 of the 5 goals. You gotta give them credit. The Florida Panthers did not let up after they went up this time. They kept it pinned down to the floor, and they ran over the Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. Got 6 people in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whether you're new, whether you've been here before, welcome. It's great having you all in here. I really appreciate it. Man, oh man. Well, these past 4 games have been these past 4 games, gotta do a bit of counting here just to remind myself. These past 4 games have been absolutely amazing. I've enjoyed streaming them. I didn't stream all of them, obviously, like start to finish. But these final 2 I did, and these were absolutely amazing. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you really enjoyed once again. There's someone with the Devils jersey on there in the front row. We're not quite done here yet, though. We'll stick around for the hoisting of the Stanley Cup and the hoisting of the Conn Smythe Trophy, which will most likely go to Sam Bennett here. And then after that, we're going to head out for the night. Here is the Conn Smythe Trophy. That is a very beautiful trophy. As it gets placed on its pedestal just before the Stanley Cup. Here we go. Who is gonna get it? GG to Florida, but I wanted Edmonton. I completely. If I had to pick a whole team, I wanted Edmonton. This is Bruins game reaction, though. I wanted Brad Marchand. Please. And my stream freezes. So that's only fitting, so it's probably going to go to Sam Bennett. Right? Yeah. Sam Bennett wins the Conn Smythe Trophy. I would love to know the voting behind that. Obviously, it's all the hockey writers that are there covering the Cup final. Honestly, I mentioned this before. I think it was in my Game 4 stream. There's no real move out there unless there's like a massive trade that gets made in the offseason plus a big free agent signing that could really propel a team to beat Edmonton or Florida. I'd almost put money on this being the finals matchup again next season. There is a very young kid with his shirt off in the front row. That is a picture. As for Edmonton beating Florida next year, well, you got 360 days to wait. And here's the Cup presentation now. Yeah, man, oh man. From an entire channel perspective, this has been absolutely amazing. I've enjoyed every minute of it. The wins, the losses, David Pastrnak putting up 100 points. This is more than I ever could have imagined for this channel, especially in its first year. Yeah. Attaboy, Bettman. Stand up for your cup, baby. I don't like you, but Gary Bettman calling the Florida Panthers a great fan base. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. As Gary Bettman hands the cup to Alexander Barkov. The NHL does it right. I don't think I've mentioned this in a video. They do it so right, though. They don't give it to the owner first, like most leagues do. They give it to the captain of the winning team. '87-'88 was the last time a team won back-to-back cups on home ice. Welcome in, Mike. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate having you here. Game just ended, unfortunately. For you, the Panthers did win. I'm not a Panthers fan. 300. If you ask me, what would it have been? I guess 95 days ago, or 95 days ago, I think it is now. I would have never believed that I would have had this jersey on. I am a Bruins fan from Southern Ontario. I am a Boston Bruins fan every day of the year except for this playoff run. Obviously, team's not in it, so I'm wearing the Panthers jersey for Marchand, and Marchand only. A little bit of Paul Maurice. But 98% of it's for Brad Marchand, and yeah, I'm sad that he got traded. I really am. I'm glad that he won it, though. I wanted Edmonton as a team to win it, but if there was a single player to win it, I wanted it to be Brad Marchand, and it turned out all right. As Thomas Nosek, former Boston Bruin as well, hoists the Stanley Cup once again. Did he not win it last year? Did he really not? I swear he did. He did not. He was on the New Jersey Devils last year. Oh, wow. All right. All right. I don't know how I feel about the backup goalie getting it so early in the line, but I don't know. AJ Greer lifts the Stanley Cup. Another former Boston Bruin. Boy, there's 3 former Bruins on this team. That is something there. All right. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching once again. Click like if you liked. Click subscribe if you really liked. And yeah, that's going to do it for the 2024-2025 Stanley Cup and the 2024-2025 season. This has been an amazing first year. I'm hoping I get to do this a bunch more. Thank you guys so much once again. As for that, though, that's going to do it for the streams until at least September, more than likely. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.